If you're watching this video, you're most likely within a few years of some level of succession or transition in your business and, more importantly, in your personal life. I can think back to many of the events that I've spoken at on the topic of how to navigate. In fact, the title of the talk was How to Navigate Family Succession and Still Celebrate Thanksgiving Together. In essence, what I found is meeting with these people that were looking in the eyes of something that, quite frankly, was very big. It's a lot to tackle. Like, how do I move my business on? Do I sell it? Do I give more responsibility to members of the family? And will it be fair? Are we still going to get along and talk after if I do this? Or let's say I decide to sell it. What am I going to do? I mean, I'm only 55, I'm only 50, I'm only 60 years old. In some cases, maybe I'm only 80. But what am I going to do next? How's that going to look? And who would I be if I didn't have a business? For so many entrepreneurs, I've found that their identity gets tied to the business itself. And at the center, what we found is we articulated a process, really, of 6 pillars, which I'll walk through here today, of how to navigate a peaceful transition. Regardless of what your transition is, these 6 pillars are fundamentally the concepts and the premise of what you're going to want to work through so that you can come out on the other side in a place where you have more joy, peace, happiness, and fulfillment. And also, you're able to protect what you truly value. If you're like many of the clients that I've worked with, you value your family, you value your own legacy, right? And your individuality, who you are, your purpose in the world, and where you want to go. You value your key employees, the stakeholders, the ones that have helped you get to where you are. And you value your customers. And all of these folks, right? Like, you don't want to leave any of them behind in your transition. You want to, in essence, kind of take care of them all. And then this is not a handout, I get that, right? But how do you protect what you truly value in your life and still navigate a transition? That's the question, really. So as we get through this process, these 6 pillars, I want you to think of it in this way. Though I'm going to go through things in a specific order, this is an extremely dynamic process, which in many cases makes it difficult at times for myself and my team to explain our process. Think of it this way. Do you remember like 15 years ago when GPSs came out? Like, I know I was a Garmin or a Magellan, so in fact I got it at this stereo place, and they mounted it in the car. It was all hooked up with the power, right? And the car would start and it would fire up, right? And you'd plug in an address, and in essence, it was extremely static. It would tell you exactly where to turn, where you're at, and how to get there. But it didn't matter what the hell was going on in your environment. Now, enter today, we've all got Waze on our cell phones. And Waze, it's constantly reading traffic, and it's constantly changing and adapting the things on the fly so that your directions might change in flow, right? In regards to where you're at and where you're going. So this process that I'm going to walk you through, I want you to think of it more in terms of a Waze than a static, old school GPS.